Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak, Senior Trading Strategist here at CMTrading. And today is September 6, 2022. And today is Tuesday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, the US dollar reaches new highs versus the Japanese yen at 141. But first, looking at the major economic events of today at 4 p.m. South African time, we have an ISM Manufacturing PMI number coming out of the United States. Now, as we look at the various markets, starting out with the Forex symbols, besides the dollar versus the yen, we saw the euro and the British pound both bounce. Looking at the indices, pretty much unchanged from yesterday. And they were open yesterday despite the fact that it was a national holiday in the United States. Just the futures. Now looking at commodities, gold and oil bounce. While looking at the stocks, nothing changed because the markets were closed yesterday. And lastly, Bitcoin unchanged. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So here we go. We're looking at the Japanese yen at a daily chart, and look at it, 141.20. We pushed it even higher and higher and higher. So at this stage, I mean, this is really, it could reach 145 potentially. Okay, it doesn't mean that's going to happen today, but it is pushing to new record highs, and this is just a trend that is waiting to happen. So just keep that in mind. I mean, let's look at a monthly just one more time to give us perspective. Last time we were here, 2000. Year 2000, we were trading at 139. Since then, we haven't even brought ourselves to these levels at all. Historically, this is an all-time high for the US dollar versus the Japanese yen. So this is historic. Looking at the Euro USD on a daily, we did bounce yesterday about 40 to 50 pips. Not bad for a day on a Monday. And we're at 99.71, up from our 98-ish level, as we've really seen ourselves just get smashed here on the euro. So was the GBP USD. Also did get a little bit of a bounce from to 1590. If we look at a 4-hour chart, you could see it a little bit clearer, but it's still in a downwards momentum. It is breaking the 30-day moving average. That's significant. You can see how much further we are from our moving average of the 200-day moving average. Now moving on to commodities, looking at gold. We got a little bit of a bounce at 1700 to 1718, but nothing much, okay? This is to be expected. It looks like potentially it's making a double bottom, at least for now, at the 1690-ish level, 1700-ish level. As you can see here, it's quite clear. Looking at crude oil, we're trading in a range. Upper range, obviously 97, 96-ish dollars. Lower range, about 85 to 86 dollars. And we're right at the lower end of it. So just keep that in mind as we're kind of consolidating at the lower end. Now, looking at the U.S. markets, okay, this is really important because this may pick up in the next 2 to 3 weeks as September, October roll in. That's usually when the money starts flowing in or out of the markets. So keep that in mind. Now, we're looking at 31,485 on the Dow Jones. It is consolidating here. It did sell off. It does have a previous resistance, subsequent support, both here and the NASDAQ. So both of them are trading in tandem. So just keep that in mind, that that is what's happening right here. Looking at the NASDAQ also right there at 12,000. We're just at 12,200 right now. We're bouncing a little bit, about 30 points. So that is significant as well. Now looking at the individual stocks, one stock I want to highlight is Intel. I'm looking at a monthly, and I started doing some research yesterday, breaking a 200-day moving average. This is big. This is very important because Intel is a major corporation, and it does have some big ramifications on the high-tech business. So just keep that in mind. I'm not going to go over all the stocks, but predominantly they were weak from last Friday. They may continue being weak going into this week, so keep that in mind. Now lastly, looking at Bitcoin, not doing much. Okay, 19,600-ish level. Right now we're at 19,800-ish level. We've been in a very tight range, on $100 to $200 to $300 range. Not doing much. Those of you who watch my Facebook Live events, I would talk about this today because it's really just no volatility, okay? And no volatility means very difficult market conditions to trade. So keep that in mind. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.